This is Chris with AC, and I am at Six Flags Magic Mountain, and I am with MCN, Melanin Coaster Network. And what's going on behind me here? Oh yeah, they're all behind me here. Yeah! Guys, we are heading backstage, right? Yeah! Well, let's do it!
One step to your left.
Here we go.
Welcome to the Backstage Tour of Melanin.
Oh, we got dumpsters. Look at this. Exciting. This is what we came back here for.
You know, it's funny.
Yeah.
For Six Flags.
And we have stanchions. And we have people's cars. Whoa. Wow, this is so many people. This is insane.
I think we still have the most roller coasters in the world.
Yep.
A couple of parks still trying to catch up, but I think the coaster wars are pretty much over now that we've kind of merged with Cedar Fair. So, but we still got the 20 world-class roller coasters. So I just want to just welcome you guys. Thanks for coming out today. I know we got a good day planned out with. We're going to take a tour of the rehab shop. We're going to do Q&A with some of my management team. I think we're doing a special ride time at the end of the day, right? We're on Full Throttle, so just want to welcome you guys. I know you were I think you were just in Georgia last year. Was that right? Yeah. I spent 16 years in Georgia, so beautiful park. I have a special place. It does have a special place in my heart there since I spent half of my career there. But I love Magic Mountain #1, so glad to have you guys all here. So welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Fantastic.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming. All right.
Of course.
I got to get back to work, so just shake everyone's hand, but welcome. Have fun today.
Thank you.
All right, guys, welcome. I'm John Hell. I'm the maintenance director. I've been at this park off and on for 30 years. I've also worked at the Six Flags St. Louis Park and Six Flags Discovery Kingdom Park. I started off as a ride operator in 1988 here. Worked my way up through ops and then transferred to maintenance. Worked my way up through maintenance. I left for 3 years, worked overseas and built Warner Brothers World in Abu Dhabi. I saw that from the ground up, so that was an amazing project. Six Flags has allowed me to do a lot of things for this, for what I love to do. So this is Brad Jordan, and I'll let him introduce himself.
How are you? My name's Brad Jordan. I've been here for 26 years. I've only worked at this park. Been blessed with California, you know. It's a wonderful place. You guys picked a beautiful day to be here. Let me tell you, hit the numbers on that. But I started off as a ride mechanic here. I've been a mechanical manager here. Because of the way the world is, I've stepped down to back to a supervisor. I was a supervisor for 11 years, a manager for 8 years, and now I'm going back to my first year being a supervisor again. But it's my wheelhouse, you know, it's where I stay engaged and in contact with everybody out in the field more and more, you know. I mean, I have a lot to share with them, and they have a lot to share with me, you know, and I like to feed off people, and they like to feed off me. It makes the park nice. It makes the wheels turn, you know, and it builds all of our knowledge, you know. But welcome, and we got a neat facility to show you today, and we're gonna have a pretty good day at the park.
So we're gonna show you what's called Cycle Shop. This park is unique because we have a train rehab facility. All they do is rehab trains. So that in the shop is what 15 guys and 2 foremen and a supervisor that all they do is rehab trains. There's almost 60 trains on this property, so we have a lot of rehabs to do. Between 18 months and 60 to 72,000 cycles is typically what rehabs on trains are called. So this next year we're scheduled to do 30 rehabs on 30 trains, so it's a lot. So we're farming some of them out to ride manufacturers and stuff. When you do go inside the building, please watch your step. Don't touch anything unless we're kind of supervising. There's lots of loose parts and stuff. You'll see trains that are in the middle of rehabs and stuff. Currently, right now, we have Goliath, Full Throttle, an X2, and Ninja Train in rehab in the shop right now, or on the outsides of it. So feel free to ask any questions, take any photos you guys want, and we can go from there. Thank you. Questions?
Oh wow, this is really cool. And the temperature, you guys have air conditioning. That's, whoa. This is so neat. Got Goliath.
Okay, primarily what you got in the shop here right now is a Giovanola ride. I don't know if you're all familiar with the Giovanola, but Giovanola was a manufacturer in 2000. They built 2 rides, Titan and Goliath, okay? Giovanola is an offshore bridge builder, rig builder, and they got into the roller coaster track system. You know, I mean, they got in the roller coaster business. They were building for Eneman, okay? And Eneman had a couple guys working for him called Bolliger and Mabio, okay? And they had another sidekick named Eric.
Go ahead, Viper.
What's Eric's last name?
All 3.
God, I forget it. Forgive me, Eric.
3.
But anyways, they all bailed out from Eneman. It became B&M. Okay? Eric, I'll share this with you. Eric designed the Scream coasters, trains, the Riddler trains, the Batman trains, the Tatsu trains. Eric was a badass. No, there's youngsters here. They didn't hear me say that. No, this dude was on point. You know what I mean? This guy had game going on, and he is a creator, you know. And fortunately, we had B&M take control of when Giovanola folded it. As far as the roller coaster end of it, B&M took it, you know. But they were involved with these guys back in time, you know. So they had an in on it already. So you know what I mean. So they without question took you know, the Giovanola rides, you know. So fortunately, we can continue on and build the tip-top thing, you know, out here. If you look over here, we don't just have a Giovanola in here, okay? That right there is Premier Bogies, okay? Okay, the guy that owns Premier John and I both used to work for him. His name's Jim Shea, you know? Smart man, good man, you know? We know each other on a first name basis from far away. He sees John and he knows, hey John, what's going on? Or sees me. But John and I used to both work for Jim Shea, you know? But he's got Full Throttle, West Coast Racers, you know? Man, he's got a good thing going on, you know? But if you see these the Tatsu chassis that you're looking at right now, the coaches, they're in different stages, okay? What we do is, in the end of the day, these are a cycle base, okay? After the train gets so many thousand cycles on it, what we do is we break them down. We break them down, we blast everything, it all gets NDT, it gets painted, everything gets replaced on it, and it's like what you got right now. The only thing that you will see that's being reused on it are those wheels. You know, if they ain't worn out, don't throw a bad wheel away, you know, I mean, hey. So, but they're brand new trains again, you know, they're a good, Goliath's our bullet train, you know what, I mean, it's one of those things that, you know what, we got some weather acclimated rides, you know, we got, I mean, seriously, if it's too cold, we can't run Wonder Woman, or you know, if the wind's too high, then we can't run Riddler, we can't run Scream, we can't run Tatsu or X2, you know, our monster. You know, it's 62,000 pounds of love right there, let me tell you. You know, I mean, John and I have both been through the first and second generation of X2. We spent hours and hours and hours out there on those rides, on the electrical and mechanical, and John's the electrical guru, you know, where I got the mechanical end of it. But we've been there, we've done it, and thank God I got John working with me. You know, he's my director, and you know what, we worked with each other for decades, you know what I mean? And man, it gels, you know, so we're blessed. So anyways, this is the cycle shop facility. As you see, the guys are tooled up. You know, we got some good guys in here. They're focused on it. It's a job's a blessing. You know, I mean, it's one of those things that we got tip-top guys building these trains. You know, I mean, we've got, you know, John's actually doing it more improvements for them than my last director, you know, to make this environment really choice. You know, he's got even more in the game plan to expand it, you know, which is going to actually, it's in its works. It's actually being expanded now. But anyways, you got different stages of the Goliath train right here, right now, and it's a Giovanola product, you know, and it's a wonderful ride. Have you all ridden Goliath?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, I was going to say, if you haven't, if it's going to be your first ride the back seat.
Okay.
Ride the back seat.
I used to be fat, so I couldn't fit on it. This is my first time on it. So I was like,
You got to ride the back seat. You know what? Because I'll tell you what, if you ride the front seat, you go over the crown. As soon as you drop off the crown, it's cool. You know, I was going to say those words. I see you guys. I got the youngsters over here in my view. You know, it's like you got to keep that thing there. No, but you ride the front. You know, it's cool. You go over the top, over the crown. You dive down in that tunnel. It's tip top. But you ride the back seat. That's called an e-ticket ride. Those that are old enough to remember what an e-ticket is, you know. But you know, it's something. You're sitting at that, you get negative G's coming off that crown, and boy, I'll tell you, you feel every bit of that 94 miles an hour. You do, you really do, because that's a good ride. That is a good ride. Let me tell you, when we were doing the build on it, and I actually started for Six Flags 30 years ago, but I left Six Flags for 2 years. I wish I hadn't, but I was gone for 2 years and I came back. So I would have 30 years here this year, but now I only got 26. So it's good. But I was fortunately involved with the build of this ride when I came back. You know, and it was really a good experience working with all the engineers from the different corporations involved and everything. And really, I was getting my feet wet because in the roller coaster business, because I was a mechanic from heavy equipment. I went to trade school for heavy equipment, you know. And it's a neat ride. But you guys, do the day. Get out there and ride Goliath. You'll enjoy it. You'll love it. If you haven't, you got to do it. You know, I mean, that helix is cool, you know, let me tell you, because you'll see it. You'll get that tunnel and it'll close down in on you and then it'll open back up. But no, it brings that blood out of your head. Let me tell you. Come on back here. Yeah, guys, watch your step. Don't trip.
We're excited to run.
Sorry. Oh, got Ninja out here. It's really nice to see that they're working on Ninja with all the rumors of it going away. It's not going to go away for some time if they're rehabbing a train here. Yeah, X2 and Batman parts. I like how they just spray paint on the crate there. Oh, this is really cool to be back here after being up on that hill, looking down at it. All these years of coming to the park, doing some backstage stuff, I have never seen the shop before. Really loving this here. You got pieces of Goliath.
All right, cool. Here's something else you guys need to do while you're here, okay? Years ago, you know, when Rev was built, Rev only had a lap bar, but it had nylon wheels on it, you know? boy, what a rough ride, you know. But then we did a change on it. We put shoulder restraints on it, and boy, could it bang your head up, you know. But we did a change years ago, and if you haven't rode Rev, say that fast 3 times, let me tell you. No, if you haven't rode Rev in the last 10 years, you gotta ride Revolution. The Revolution now has urethane on it. The shoulder restraints are gone. It is so smooth. It is awesome. You know, I mean, it is really a cool ride. You know, I mean, it'll blow your mind. It's nothing you want to. We changed the brake system. We changed the trains. You know, and it's a whole new thing. You know, it's so cool, it's smooth. You know, riding through the mountains and everything. Really a cool ride. I mean, I would like to say Goliath is the smoothest ride we have, but it's a toss-up between Goliath and Revolution.
He's lying.
I mean,
Goliath.
Totally Goliath.
It's one of those rides that you got to go on Rev. You know, Rev's an old ride. I rode it. My grandmother brought me here in '76 when it first opened up. You know, and it's got some changes and improvements. You know, and you guys got to check that out. Check out Rev. Rev is so cool, and you know what? It's not like a hard hitter like Riddler, which is actually Riddler's my favorite ride in the park. I got to tell you, that B&M, I'm in love with. Since day one, since I started working here, you know what? That something about Riddler, the way it is, the way the ride is, it's like through the loops, through the dive rolls, through the 45. Let me tell you, that ride keeps you right in the middle of that chassis. It keeps you in the seat, and it don't rack you. Batman's a rough puppy, you know. Let me tell you, I mean, it slings you around so quick and fast and everything. It's like rattles my cage. But Riddler,
Tatsu's the B&M ride that you want.
I'm with you on Riddler. It's very underrated.
I love Riddler. Riddler is so cool because you're on that center, you're the way you stand and the axis of that center line keeps you so. I mean, don't throw you off. Some of these rides, if you got a hard hitter that really, you know what I mean by a hard hitter, it's like something that moves fast and throws you around left and right, turns you, tumbles you. Riddler keeps you focused, you know, and it glides, you know. John's trying to do this thing to go to urethane with some urethane on it, you know, and you won't hear it like you hear from now here. Yeah. You know, that's Riddler, you know. But if we can get to that next step, but it's one of our rides that are on the edge, you know, that we have cold weather, high wind, we got to load it with water dummies, we got to, you know, be ready for it to really open it up early, you know what I mean? It's not Goliath. Goliath, it can be 30 below and 50-mile-an-hour winds. It's opening. That's a bullet. It is. That's a bullet train in there. You know, it really is. But you know, it's one of the acclimated rides. You know, so if we can do that improvement with going with urethane and quiet it down, make some rides smoother, but it's on the edge. I mean, it's like we'd sit like this, you know, in the weather, hoping it made it. You know, because it's a very expensive ride to pull out of the valley. You know, I think one of our old director from 15, 20 years ago, I think he said something in the area of just under $100,000 with the cost of pulling it out, you know, and doing this, that, and the other, and taking it apart. It's a pain to get that Riddler off the track. Not in storage, but off the track, you know. It's an expensive process. But anyways, we got some good B&Ms. You know, we're blessed with we got 4 good B&Ms, you know.
This park's lucky, you guys, that we get a lot of prototypes and a lot of new age stuff. So we're a testing ground for a lot of manufacturers. It exposes the guys to a lot of new technologies and stuff. So with that comes a lot of troubles because some of the stuff's not easy to learn for some of the guys. And with our turnover rate, we're always constantly doing trainings and stuff with everybody. So Disney and Universal like to cherry pick our guys just because they can't find the people like we can, so they let us train them, and then they pay them a whole lot more money than we do.
They should be cutting me and John a check for doing that, you know.
They should be getting headhunting fees. Exactly.
You know.
Speaking of prototypes, you guys excited about the new ride?
Yeah, let John take
What?
It's a nice try, though.
What prototype?
You know what? John's right though. We've had so many prototypes and stuff. It's like when we did X2. I'll never forget it. You know, we had another foreman that worked with us. You know, his name's Steve Rose, and Steve and I were out on X2 for the first 3-4 months of it. You know, and we sent that first train, and it never came home. Let me tell you. I mean, we were trying to feel it out, you know, and get everything right and get it down. But you know what? We seen it come home 2 days later and 3 cranes later. You know, I mean, it was a costly thing to find out our envelope. You know, I mean, and you don't know what it is when you got a prototype. You don't. It looks good on paper. You know, and on your monitor, sure, we got this, you know, we got the weight, you know, check the G's, see everything involved. But wait till you actually send that thing off the top of that lift, and the friction that's happening, the wind, you know, and all that involved these are all things that come into play. But we got it down, you know, and you know, prototypes are a handful, and like John said, we keep getting prototypes. You know, it's an ongoing thing. You know.
I just want a flat ride. That's all I want.
I'm the same. I mean, John and I we're family ride people now.
Yeah.
You know, we've got enough of the coasters. We've rode enough of them. You know, we've been with them for decades. You know, we've got plenty to share. You know, now we need some stuff for my mom to ride. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, I'd like to take my mom to this park and enjoy the day with my mom. You know, so.
Let's show you guys the weld shop before they lock up and leave for the day, so you can see that. This is obviously the chain that's just started.
What's up, Rick?
Can we get a unit over to Superman to check out the firearm negative panel for?
I love the work that you guys have done to Ninja. Keeping that looking beautiful on when you read down the trains.
Yeah, we're trying. Six Flags, Commander, come on.
That has wind issues and cold issues, right? Wonder Woman's the last one in the valley, right?
Yes.
And that was
Wonder Woman's the last one.
Brad's got it to a science now. You can float on about 3 hours, 4 hours.
About that. Yeah. We got it pretty well worked into our skills now. How to get trains out of valley.
Once they're sandblasted and NDT'd, one of our welders, Frank, he's one of our senior welders.
Hi, Frank.
He has been here a long time. He will do any repairs that are found during the NDT portion of it. This right here is a full throttle trim.
Twisted Colossus.
Twisted Colossus. Sorry.
And you got a glide chassis up there, and a Ninja axle in front of the glide chassis.
So
actually, no, that's a Twisted Colossus axle up there.
So any repairs that are done by the team with manufacturer bulletins or the engineering department or corporate. No repairs are made on. They do all the track repairs. They do anything out in the field that's on any rides or coasters or track and columns. So, any questions?
Okay, you guys, I do have our ops manager here, Dorian, for our Q&A.
Hey everyone.
So, how about we go back out there a little bit more so everybody can get like a general view and so he can see everybody.
What was
All right, everyone. I think we got most people here. My name is Dorian Holden. I am the operations manager here at the park. I've been with the company for 29 years now. I've been the ops manager for about 10 years. Roughly for a little while, I went over to security. Was security manager for 3 or 4 years. Got a little experience in that, but I'm now back in operations as the operations manager. I am open to questions that you guys have. I will answer them to the best of my ability from the operations side. I know you guys talked to Brad and John on a lot of the maintenance mechanical side of it. But from an operations standpoint, I will go from our side. You guys might have some questions about something, and I'm here to answer wherever I can.
I'm curious with the joining of Cedar Fair, if we're going to get any of the food that comes out there, like for example, boardwalk fries.
I can't speak for the food department.
Yeah, okay,
that's some different people. I can tell you that we do have a chef now at the park who's very good, he's very creative. He's putting together quite some menus. So I think you guys will really start to enjoy some of the things that comes out of that.
Nice.
How do you maintain the operations from like the ride operators in terms of moving and loading and dispatching the trains in a efficient and manner and all of those things? What's your strategy on that?
Right. So we have a couple things that we really push. We have something we call load and go. Basically, we put you on the ride. We want to move people in and out as quickly as possible to help the queue and help people getting through. It's something that we really push for seating. We also really ask for our guests to help us in the sense of be ready to ride. If you have something, a backpack or something you need to put to the side or something, try and find locations where you can put them and sit them down and be ready to go. We sometimes have people that wander, kind of look around where they need to put something, and they delay everyone else on the train. Obviously, we're really hard on cell phones and any electronic device policies, so put them away, put them in your pocket, or secure them somewhere that you're not holding it on the ride. So if we can get that help and cooperation, we can get trains out pretty quickly and try and hit close as we can to our theoretical throughput. Yes.
How do you determine how many trains go on the track for each day?
It varies. Sometimes it's maintenance. One train may not be available, so we're left whatever it is. Obviously, I don't know if they covered it or not, but rides have rehab time, so they're scheduled to go down certain times of the year. So we're maybe down to one train. Myself, as an ops guy, I always want max trains. I always push for that. It just helps with the guests. It helps with throughput. It gets you guys what we call RPG, which is rides per guest, on as many as you can. So I will almost always push for multiple trains on the operations side. Sometimes we work, with our maintenance partners, and they may tell us, hey, in this amount of time, this train has to go down for rehab. So we may, on really slow days, not run that, just so we can extend the life of that train being in use before we have to go down. It's no surprise, we have busy seasons and less busy seasons, so we try and have everything up for our busier seasons, which is generally the summertime and Fright Fests are that type of year. And less so right now in January and early February. So, yes.
On the note from the previous question about efficiency of guests getting on the ride and everything, I know a lot of Cedar Fair parks had individual bins for each train. Is that something that's been discussed since the merger? I know here every coaster has a different type of bin or a different system, and if it was cohesive, I was thinking that's something that might help in terms of that.
One of the really cool things about this merger is best practices.
Yeah.
They do some things over there that frankly better than some of the things we did, and vice versa. So we talk to each other. I've gotten to know NOT's manager and directors, things I wouldn't talk to before, and we share best practices. We try and make it as efficient and as fun as we can to help in whichever way, whichever direction that goes. So to directly answer your question, yes, we've heard about that. Those are things that we're looking into, and things that could be helpful to us as well.
Thank you.
Yes. Superman's down right now. It's in rehab. That's all I got.
Is it refurbishment? Can't say anything.
Yeah, it's been worked on. It's been, you guys follow it. It's been down for a while. Superman is a great ride, but it's had its issues over the years, so it takes some time to get that thing back up. So working through it.
So is that kind of why Lex is down too? Kind of like a intertwine?
No, Let's just so happens to be down today. It was open. It was open yesterday, and it'll likely be open. They're working on a mechanical thing today. I don't know if it's going to be up tomorrow. If they'll have it in time because it's Sunday, but it'll be up.
I'm sad that it's not open today.
Yeah, so you're saying there's no demolition.
Oh, Dr. Doom ain't over?
Oh, Dr. Doom is not over. Y'all can't make me right.
I do have a question.
Yes.
How do you handle the operation on the dual coaster that you have? To like make sure like when they dispatch one train.
West Coast?
Yeah,
Race?
not West Coast.
Twisted Colossus.
Twisted?
Yeah.
Twisted. I'm very partial to Colossus. Colossus was my first big ride many years ago, so it's always held a special part in my heart. So when we changed over to Twisted Colossus, one of the things that I always pushed was racing the trains, and we have 3 online. 3 is really the only way we can truly race. You may get one side of a race if you have 2, but you won't get both sides. It's really 3. So we have certain dispatch intervals at certain points, so we kind of know if we hit this, it'll race. If we are a little behind, and then it won't race. There's nothing we can do to have the other train catch the other one. So it's really about the people online knowing that and pushing that and getting people on. The communication before you get on to make sure, hey, you guys want to race, put your loose items over here and come right back because we got to go. It's really the one ride that we do tell people, hey, we want to get you out racing. This is what you need to do beforehand and go. But it's really a timing thing. There's probably a 20-second window there that you have that's free. But if you go past that, it's very hard for us to race. But it is a priority and it's a goal. And every time we change out the crew and we get new leads and people in there, we talk about that. Like, hey, you're now here. This has got to be one of your priorities as senior head and stuff like that.
How do you work with the creatives? Like, I believe that there's like a communication between the operations team and the creative department. So how does that work?
So creative has a lot of ideas. We try and be involved with their side and things that they want to do from an operations standpoint. Say, hey, this is more efficient. Example would be lockers. A lot of our lockers are old school. You guys know that, and they're just stuck in places and don't really help. So it's one of the things that we talk about. Like, hey, that's a big deal to ops. You put lockers here. We can, dual side. You can go in, put your stuff in, go ride the ride, come out, get them out. It helps efficiency. It helps everything down the line. So, as we get more involved, especially with the merger, and you have, a whole new group of people that's involved in this, it's helping to work with them to be involved, having quote unquote operational say on that type of thing, rather than them building the ride and say, hey, here's a ride, you go run it. We're trying to get from the get-go. Yes.
This might be a hot take, but like with Wonder Woman and also X2, I would be totally okay if there was mandatory lockers on Twisted Colossus if it means it gets to race every time. Just saying.
I hear you. And
as much as people hate lockers, but
it is something that I'm well aware of.
Yeah.
And so it's something I can tell you that it's on my radar to make happen because I agree with you. But that station's also 50 years old, so finding the right location for it where people can easily put their stuff in as they go, but then they would have to come back through the queue to get it out. So it's just finding the best way that works for it. But those are the type of ideas that we think about and try and make as efficient as possible. It's just maybe cutting some rails here or there, making it work.
You can ditch the break room that they have where the other station was. They're like, no.
I thought it's under there.
With Goliath open this time, gotta get a ride. I want to check out the new paint job up close. Looks so good. There it comes in. It just pops through the trees here. And this is also one of my favorite cues, especially with the bamboo growing back in. They had hacked it back a bit ago, but now they're letting it grow back in. Hopefully under this merger, the Cedar Fair people are like, no, stop whacking back all the bamboo. It looks good. It used to be so tall, it was above these mister poles, and it's gonna get there again. Nice jungle here. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Not only is Goliath beautiful to look at with this new paint job, but it was running great. It was also really cool to look off to my right-hand side as we're going up the lift hill, and you can see all the land they cleared for the new coaster coming next year. It is a really, really big area. Nothing new over here where they've cleared trees, but I figured I'd show it anyway, so here it is. Well, the renovation over here at Katie's Kettle sure did not last long. It was behind walls less than a week ago when I was here for my last update. And by the looks of things, they didn't do anything inside. It looks very much the same. Looks like these posts here have been painted, but these posts were not behind the wall. I thought they were doing something inside, but got a guy on the tracks for Revolution. I saw this in a movie once, and it didn't end well. Wow, that timing was perfect. Holy crap. Just got off Apocalypse, which recently reopened from a renovation, had some track work done and some other things, and it was still pretty rough. It wasn't painful rough, but it was rougher than a wooden coaster should be. But I still had fun. All right. Here's a look at the storage building that they built for Wonder Woman. It's my first time getting on the ride since they've built it, and well, I'm looking over here and figured I'd show you guys what it looks like. Are you guys ready for Twisted Colossus?
Take us under!
Wow, Goliath's new paint job looks equally awesome at nighttime. I don't know if it's coming across on camera, but it just pops in the night sky. Looks so good. Oh wow, I love how they have all these lit up at nighttime. I don't remember them looking this good before. Wow, really awesome. These are all nicely lit up as well.
Yay! Clap, 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 clap.
These guys are a riot. Love it. All right, first time riders, are you guys ready?
Not you.
How does it feel to have a rollback on Full Throttle?
That was awesome. I was like, why are we hanging so long? It felt so long. And
yeah.
It backwards. But halfway down, like, that was it. That was it.
First ever rollback ever was. Never on any ride have I ever had a rollback. We went all the way to the top.
Hey, listen, we wasn't going to be like, y'all better start rocking this mother, go back down.
This thing is so slow going backwards right now.
I just said that. I said, why is we going so slow? Go back. Hold on, y'all should see.
So now I can put on here that my first time on a rollback.
Yeah.
So I can add that to my friend.
I was like, hold up. It's going just a little too slow. We was all like, hold on, the pause don't be this slow.
Wait a minute.
It started going back. I was like, what the? I don't even cuss. I almost said the F word. I was like, what is going on?
You don't cuss?
I need to edit this with the SpongeBob like 2 hours later.
Oh my God.
You guys are almost there. I believe in you. You can do it. Okay, everybody on the train just start blowing that direction. It'll.
1, 2, 3, go!
Y'all made that up.
Yeah. Yeah, do this. Yeah. Oh yeah, look at this. Whee!
Don't take us in this loop.
Oh yeah. Oh. And now we're going backwards.
MCN does the impossible.
Ever rollback. I mean, that was an experience I can't even explain, except we were all the way up there hanging upside down, and I'm like, wait a minute, this isn't enough speed, keep going. And then it just fell backwards, and I'm like, is this really a rollback right now? Excellent.
It's like Walmart.
Exactly. Rollback Walmart, yep.
Roll back, roll back. I got it this time! I got it! Yes! Yeah! Yeah! All right!
No.
I got it this time! Oh yeah! All right! How does it feel to roll back twice on full throttle?
Hey, how's it feel to get the footage this time, ACN?
I got it!
Good job, yes!
Hey, send that to me.
It's gonna be its own video.
Nice.
Roll back on full throttle.
Hey, when nobody was on the train, it went through. Maybe y'all too heavy.
Yeah, how much you guys eat for lunch?
That is crazy.
Did you get it this time?
Oh shit, it wasn't recording.
Stop fucking
No. Oh, I got it all. I got it all, and when I saw it go in that loop, I was like, oh, it's rolling back. It's rolling back.
Hey, at least they got to go back faster than we
Oh
did.
yeah, you're going back faster.
On behalf of the executive team, Prime, Cherie, everybody, you gonna talk to my address, friend? Oh, I'm sorry. Meet me at the gate after. It's always one. It's always one. We're gonna be excommunicated. Your membership has been revoked. All right. No, but on behalf of the executive team, thank y'all. This is probably one of the biggest events we've had here. To be so far away, for so many people to travel so far for. What's the university that's here?
USC.
I didn't give y'all a shout out. Thank y'all. I meant to mention y'all earlier, but I forgot. But thank y'all for showing up. I hope y'all had a blast.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure having y'all here. I hope y'all come every year. We do this every year around February, so please, we would love to have you every year.
Absolutely.
Thank you for coming. 30 days from now, we'll be in Fiesta, Texas. This is going to be a fantastic event. If you like what we did today, please listen to me, friends.
Except for the rollbacks.
You want to come to Fiesta, Texas. All right, they are rolling out I will call the blue and gold carpet, okay? They're giving us a lot of stuff. We're getting food, tours, they're throwing everything at us. So please make sure you look on the website. The information will be dropped soon. Get that, and hopefully if I don't see you there, the next time I see you again, love you. Be safe. Please drop in the group chat when you get home for those who are traveling. Hey, I'm in the plane. Hey, we just landed, so I know everybody got back safe. All right, until the next time.
Y'all, hold on. Yeah. Thank y'all. Love y'all. He hit it up in a nutshell. I love y'all. I want to highlight my USC students. Come here. Come here. Look, so y'all know Melanin Coaster Network. We love giving back to the community, partnering with students, and they do engineering. So I want y'all to just briefly explain how did this club get started at USC, and how did y'all found it?
Yeah, it was really like a friend group that all loved roller coasters, and we were like, why not have there be a really cool community at USC for people that love roller coasters? So it started from there, and we were like a club of maybe like 5 to 10 people, and then it grew and it grew, and met some really amazing people like Jen. Yeah, and now we're here. So yeah, I'm so happy. Thank you guys so much for hosting us. This was so much fun.
So good, so good. So we're gonna see y'all every year.
Yeah,
please. Thank y'all.
This is the guy right here, Prime. He is the one that made this all happen.
I was just playing. Man, thank you, Chris, for coming out.
You're like wrong guy. I was like, fuck.
We had an amazing time today. Amazing time.
This was one of the best events I've ever had here at Magic Mountain.
Nice.
And first time in like 25 years that I've been coming here that I got to do the tour of the
it was awesome.
The maintenance sheds and all that.
And the president came out of his office to speak to us.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
He had time for us.
He had time for us.
Again, thank you. I'll see you at the next one.
See you at the next one.
Yeah. All right.
Peace.